Hey folks, Dave back here. It is Monday afternoon, just before supper time over here on the East Coast. And I want to jump in a quick announcement, and then I'm going to finish a game I'm playing here before I have to hit the rink tonight. So, Solitaire Pro Football, the game I like to play. Mike has just released 2000 and 2001. So it's good news that he's still making seasons for Solitaire Pro Football. He sent that to me today and says, hey, check this out. So I want to let you guys know. You go to solitaireprofootball.com. You can see the new seasons up there. And I believe, I'm looking at it right now, they're both $11 each. 32 teams. So I get the 2000 NFL Pro season and 2001 NFL Pro season. And they're $11 each, 32 teams. You get so much of this. It's amazing what you get. They are team sheets, but you actually get the schedule, quick play results, individual team schedules where you can write in the scores, individual team stat sheets. I think you get two of each. You get a couple of blank ones. You get team specific. It is quite amazing the stat package you get. When you get the PDF in, it's I don't know if it's like 20 or 30 pages. It's pretty long, and you're thinking, oh my gosh. But no, it's all pick and choose what you need. It's just kind of stats, it's stat pages and standings and what all the stuff you get. It's pretty amazing what you get with this game. John comes by. Hi, John. John, thanks for coming by here today. And so I was playing. Ironically, I played this last night when I got done chatting with Vinny last night with the live show. I said, I need to play some football. What haven't I played in a while? And I haven't played this one here in quite some time. And yeah, Rob says, haven't seen this on the table in ages. Yeah, so just announcing that 01 and 2000 and 2001 are now both out. Now, so what do you get here? So let me go over here. So you get the team sheets is what you get, okay? And you get what's great is the locator. So I'll show you kind of how it plays out. So when you're flipping the cards, yes, you use cards. Excuse me, it's 1 to 50, and that gives you your locator. Who's going to get the rush? Who's going to get the pass? Kickoff returns, punt returns, interceptions, sacks. It's all here, on some of the newer seasons. So 01 and 2000 and 2001. I don't know why I keep saying 01 first, but they'll all be set up like this. This is the newer setup. It's great. I have some older seasons that don't quite have everything on here, and he said he was going to try to update them, but yeah, this game is fun. I'll show you how I played it. I think this is the fastest of all my full play games. I want to say that right now. So this is the team sheet you get. Again, you get your offense, some qualities here, some defense numbers over here. You have your run defense, your pass defense. So what kind of happens is you flip on these cards here, okay? And you can see I get two different ones, and the instructions tell you which card number to look at. And then you get your first down, second down, third down, and fourth down. You got your distance. And when you flip a card 1 to 50, it's going to tell you, is it going to be a run, a short pass, or a long pass? Again, it's an older game, so you have to use your imagination on some of these things. You don't have a lot of different kind of plays, so to speak. And then you flip a card to see who's going to get the rush, let's say. And then you come over here and you flip a card, what the defense is going to be. Again, is it going to be A, B, C, D, E, or F? This is the beauty of the game. Okay, and the defense is right here on the side. Those are the letters. The beauty of this game is you can never argue about the defensive call because it's just a generic letter. And A is good for a run, not so good for a pass. D is great for a run, not so good for a pass. B is terrible for a run, but really good for a pass. So it's just a generic defensive play lineup, and so you can't say, well, they weren't playing the right D, because you don't know. This is just gives you an adjustment here, and I'll show you how that works out. I love the defense here because there's no bitching, because it's just a letter, and it just makes the adjustment on the play. I really like that. It's almost like the Apper defensive cards where you roll the dice and you can get some different results on them too. I like that. Maybe that's why I like the Apper defensive cards, because I played this game first, and I like how you can either be a plus, a minus, or a zero adjustment on the run of the pass. So this is the team card here. I got the one punter, the one kicker. And so we'll go along from there. So that is that. So let me put this back over here. Now, I just have these off to the side so I can see them here. So you won't see them every time. So here's the magic of the game. It's the fast action cards. In fact, I'm going to kind of come in just a little smidge here so we can kind of get the fast action cards seen a little bit better. Okay. And how they work is, you see how you get 5 numbers here? Okay. The idea is that it was designed to be, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, overtime. I mix it up even more than that. I will call out what column I'm going to use or what row I'm going to use. I think was that a row? What row I'm going to use, and I'll stick with that until I change my mind. And I try to remember, because it's different numbers. It's 1 through 50, and you don't always want to use the top one. You want to mix it up, but you want to be consistent. At least I like to do that. So then, so let's just play. We're just going to play, and I'm going to show you how it plays. Okay, abstraction equals action. Yeah. All righty. Now I'm a little rusty, so I still have the rules out over here. There's a few things that I was kind of stumbling on, but I was doing pretty well. I was doing pretty well. Oh, and I wore my Ravens hat because last night I was watching that Bills-Ravens game, and the Ravens scored, and I was like, well, that's over. They went up by a couple of touchdowns. I was like, well, no sense watching this. I wanted to watch a good finish, and I was like, well, I'm just going to come downstairs. So I started playing this downstairs last night, having no idea the Bills came back. No idea the Bills came back and won that game. In fact, I thought somebody was joking when they came back. It's like, haha, they were getting killed. So I had to wear my Ravens hat to kind of twist it in. I'm not a Ravens fan. All right, so Houston's going to kick off. Oh, how do we get it? So it's 20-0 right now for Houston. So Buffalo kicked off. Houston punted. Buffalo fumbled, but then we had 3 straight punts, 3, and then we had an interception. Buffalo had an interception, and that's when Houston started on the Buffalo 31-yard line, and a 4-yard TD run by Lorenzo White. Extra point was no good. I rolled a 20. What is that number there? You roll a 25 or a 26. You got to do a kick check, and I rolled a 25, and the kick was blocked. I think I showed the card on Facebook last night. And then Houston got a 9-yard pass to Curtis Duncan for 13-0, and then it was a 30. They started on their own 30-yard line. They drove it down a 17-yard pass to Lorenzo White, and that's where we are, 20-0 Houston. So Buffalo with a fumble and an interception in that first half. So not good news for the Sabres, the Bills. And Arnold says halftime is a 78 Steelers replay. Steelers 17, Buffalo 7. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. So we're going to do the kickoff here. I'll go slow for a second to show how the mechanics work, and then I'm going to pick up the pace to show you how fast you can play this game, okay? So we're going to look at the card. Hope you can see that. So we're going to go to kickoff. It goes to the 3-yard line. What I love about this is that you don't have to do any math. Oh, we're in the third quarter. Yeah, third quarter. You don't got to do any math. Just no matter where you kick off from, it's going to the 3. All right, so it's going to be on the 3-yard line. So Buffalo will receive. So I'm going to go third column because I'm in the third quarter. So I got a 42. Now, on my kickoff return chart, a 42 is Eddie Fuller. And Eddie Fuller has an average of 15. So now I go to my kickoff and punt return. It's going to be average -6. So 50 minus 6 is 9. He only gains 9 yards on that kickoff. So he's only going to bring it up to the 12-yard line. And so that's where we'll stand. I mark off 15 seconds here, or half a play. And so Buffalo will start here trailing 20 to absolutely nothing. And it's going to be first and 10 on the 12. Okay. So these cards are out of the way, and Gary stops by. Yeah, that game I actually got to watch the highlights this morning. I get up and I was like, before I went to the gym, I was sitting there having something to eat, and I had to watch the 15 to 20 minute highlight video. It's like, how did it must have been a fumble, and it was. I said, it's got to be a fumble, and it was a fumble. All right, so let's play this here. So I'm just going to put this out here for a couple of plays so you can see what we're looking at. So it's first and 10. So 1 to 18 is going to be a run, and I'm looking at the third column. So the third column's a 21. So it's going to be a short pass. Okay, I seem to be getting a lot of short passes in this game. Not many runs at all. Maybe it's because the cards I'm using too. All righty, so it's going to be a short pass. 41. My locator says 41 is Webster Slaughter. So I'm looking for Webster Slaughter. His receiving is a 2. I'm sorry, Buffalo has the ball. My bad. Buffalo has the ball. I'll get it. Again, turn on the camera, turn into a dummy. That's what I do. So over here, 42 is Kenneth Davis. Kenneth Davis. All right, that's what I'm looking for. With actually, what does it say? It's a 41. Yeah, it's still Kenneth Davis. No, actually, it's Pete Metzelaars. Pete Metzelaars with a 41. Okay, I'm screwing up my display here. I should have just played it and not showed you guys because I screwed up. All right, so that's correct. So it's going to be a short pass. 41 is Metzelaars. So he's a 2. Jim Kelly's a 10. So that gives us a 12. The defense is A. And the defense is going to subtract 1. So that 12 minus 1 is 11. So I come over here. I look 11. C is complete. Metzelaars' average is 8. And on the pass, it's average minus 1 for 7. So Kelly to Metzelaars for 7. And we have a second down and 3. And that's kind of how a pass play works. Again, it gets deep when you start getting pressure and scrambles and interceptions. It can get kind of deep like any other game. So I have a 48 on 2nd and 3, and that's going to be a long pass. Okay, so let's see. On the long pass, we're looking for 23 because I'm going third column. And that's going to be James Lofton on the long pass. So he's a 3. Kelly long pass is a 4, so that gives me a 7, a total of 7. So you use the quarterback and the receiver ratings. You have a 7. The defense is C. Ooh, that's minus 3, so that's pretty good. So they get the right defense called. So it's going to be 7 minus 3 is a 4, and a 4 is going to be IX, possible interception. Kelly's interception rating is 1 to 20. I will add 6 because of the Houston defense. So 1 to 26, it's going to be intercepted. And on a 3, it is intercepted because it's a 12. So we need to find out what happened on that pass and see where it's picked off. So I think we said it was Lofton, his average of 15. So on a long pass, ooh, wow, so that's 37 yards down the field. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37. So that is intercepted by Buffalo. It's the second pick of the day of Jim Kelly. Let's see who gets this interception now. 7. It's going to be Jerry Gray. He has an average of 0. And the interception return is his longest with a possible fumble. And his longest is 22. 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22. And we need to check for a fumble. And a 42. Nope, there's no fumble on the play. And that's an interception. So Buffalo is picked off. Let's take some time off the clock. And so on the long pass, they are picked off. And you know something I just noticed too? I'm using the Houston offensive playbook. I should have been using the Buffalo playbook. They're pretty similar though. So it would have been a long pass regardless. So anyway, again, turn on the camera, turn into a dummy. That's how it goes. So yeah, this is the Buffalo play cut, but you get the idea of it, right? All right, so Houston's going to take over, and they're going to have it on the Buffalo 34. So this is the second time they start in Buffalo territory. So now I will use this one here. The numbers are similar, so I don't think anything really changed all that much. All right, so I have an 18. So we're going to do a running play. 32 is going to be Lorenzo White. He's got an average of 3. The defense is E, so it's no change. So we have an average of 3, and it's going to be 3 minus 2 is 1. So he's going to get a tough single yard, and it's going to be second down and 9. Okay. The cards are available already printed, or is it's print and play? It's all PDF. So you will have to print and cut these cards. The good thing is I ordered a couple of decks. So I have 2 decks that I mixed up and I play. So I got a couple of different decks, and every deck is different. That's what's kind of fun about it. So I suggest if you get the game, get a couple of decks. It's going to take you a few minutes to print and cut, but once you're done, you're done. All right, so we have a second and 9. A 36 on the Bill side. I want to watch the Bill side now. That's going to be a short pass to number 30, and that's going to be Ernest Givens. So we have Ernest Givens. We have a 4 and 11. That's a 15 against F. That'll stay 15. 15 is completed to Ernest Givens. His average is 11, and that'll be 11 minus 2 is 9. And so it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's going to be a first down. And Buffalo will keep the drive going here inside the 25. And how many cards per deck? I forget now how many cards per deck. I'd like to say 100. I'm not 100% sure. If you go to the website, let me see on the website here if it even says on the website. 144 fast action cards. Now, it's kind of strange because I thought it'd be 150 because it's 1 to 50, so there must be some less numbers there of the higher ones. But if you get a couple of decks, additional deck, 750. And every deck is different. So the price for this game is it's nothing really. And if you want to buy the game in a season, let's just say you want a 1978. The game and 1978 is $20.50. I mean, come on. And I think that gets you everything. Yeah. It gets you the instructions, the charts, the play calling cards, the action cards. They're all PDF. So the game itself is $10, and then the seasons are all different. But I think you save 50 cents or $1 if you buy the whole thing. But individual seasons, they're anywhere. Now the most recent season is 2024, and that's $11 for the season. So I mean, and you get 32 teams with that. Again, it's a good deal. It's a lot of fun. It's really easy. So I'm going to do a couple of more. Then I'm going to show you how fast I play. So it's a first down. All right, so 18 over here. Again, I just got to pay attention to what side I'm looking at. So an 18 on the Buffalo side is going to be another run. A 30 is going to be Lorenzo White. He's an average of 3. A is -1, so he's going to average a 2. Oh, a possible breakaway. His breakaway is 1 to 35, and no, it is not. He had an opening, and it disappeared. So we have his average is now, again, 3 minus 1 is 2, and it's going to be a 3-yard gain. 1, 2, 3. And so it brings up a 2nd and 7. So he had some daylight, and it disappeared. I do like the breakaways. Each player's most players have a breakaway rating, and then you determine from there if it's going to be a big gain or what it's going to be. And JAA, good to see you, JAA. I enjoy watching some of your stuff. Super fun game, and I love the fact that Mike puts a rating table that gives a quick sim for replay seasons. Yeah, you can play this quickly, too. I like that. And you use the quick sims for all the season replays. Yeah, you get a ton. When you get the PDF, you're going to be surprised how many pages you get, because there's so much information he gives you with schedules and team rating pages. I mean, so if I wanted to, I could be filling in all my information here, and it's really unbelievable. Okay, so here we go. So we have a second down in, what did I say, 7? 2nd and 7. It's going to be another run. 10, it's going to be Lorenzo White. He has an average of 3. And why I go off to the side here, because I want to keep my defense noted so I know what my defense is going to be. So 3 plus 1 is a 4, and it's going to be 4 plus 4 is 8. So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's another first down. Boy, Houston just marching down the field, looking to make this a blowout, And he has a strike year of 82. That's interesting. Did I, yes, he does. Yes, he does. He does have 1982. I think he's got 84 USFL, too. I think I have that one. Again, it's kind of fun. Alrighty, so we have a first down inside the 15-yard line. So 12 is a run. 48, this time the handoff's going to go to Gary Brown. Average of 4. Against C, it'll stay 4, and that'll be good for 7 yards. 5, 6, 7, down to the 6-yard line. So downtown, Gary Brown getting it close for the Oilers as they look to put this game away. 5, that's going to be another run. 26, Lorenzo White, average of 3. -2 for the defense is a 1. Possible breakaway. And it is a breakaway. So now I need to look at the breakaway chart. 1 to 3 is his longest game. No, it's not. So it's just going to be a short gain which is, oh, jeepers, average plus 30. So touchdown, 6-yard gain, and a touchdown. I think that was Lorenzo White. So a 6-yard run by White, and this game's getting out of control. It's 26 to absolutely nothing. And the extra point, it's good on 1 to 50. However, a 25 or 26 is a chance that something happens. And I got a 44, so that is good. And I'll probably shuffle up some of these cards here. So I need to get a 7 out here now. And Buffalo is getting hammered at home. And maybe this actually was the two teams that had that incredible comeback. So I wonder if Buffalo's just kind of hanging around, right? Waiting to have this miraculous comeback like they did in real life. I remember exactly where I was on that too. I was it was a Sunday, obviously. Was that either late December, early January? It was a cloudy day up here, and my friend of mine was he flies planes out of my small airport over here, and he had his license to fly, but he needed so many hours for something else. So what he would do is he would say, "Hey, you guys want to go take a fly with me?" And he'd charge us like $15 to $20 to help him pay for the cost of the plane rental, and that would get him hours up in the air. So we would go up all the time with him. And I remember we flew to Maine, and we touched down at an airport in Maine and went in and we had a soda. And I saw the score, and I was like, wow, good. Buffalo's getting hammered by the Oilers. That's great, because I wanted Buffalo to lose. And by the time we got in the plane and flew home from Maine and landed and come home, the comeback had happened. I was like, what happened? I was just in Maine, and it was all fine. All right, so Houston will kick off again. And kickoff's going to go to the 4-yard line this time. All right. And we'll stay with line 3 here. 19. Kickoff return is going to be Al Edwards, average of 22. And he'll gain 19. So 5, 10, 15, 20, and we'll drop it back 1 to 19. And so Buffalo will start on their 23. And I need to mark off a couple of plays there. And here we are. All right, so Buffalo trailing now. I could probably start thinking about doing more passes here because they do have a card here. So they have the short yardage card, and then they have the 2-minute drill card, and also the slow down offense if you just want to kind of. So I'll probably use this shortly here if Houston stays in the lead. But this here just gets you more passing plays is what it does. I'll stick with what I have for right now just because it's early third quarter, okay? Should have flown over to stadium. We went from, northern Mass to Maine. Took us like 20 minutes. It didn't take long at all. And then we flew back. We used to fly out to Worcester and back too. But yeah, to go out to Buffalo there, that would have been a ride. I actually looked into it. I says, what are the chances we could fly out to Buffalo and catch a Sabres game and then fly home the next morning? So we were looking into it actually. All righty. So first down, we got a 43. So that's going to be a short pass. Jim Kelly's going to be looking for 37. That will be Pete Metzelaars again. So we have a 12. Defensive C -3 is a 9. And a 9 is, a possible interception. So Kelly's interception is 1 to 20 plus 6 is 1 to 26. Oh, incomplete. So, luckily there, that's going to be incomplete. It's tipped away. That's almost the third interception of the game for the Bills. It's going to be a short pass. He's going to look for James Lofton. So we have a 13. That'll stay at 13. That will be incomplete. Look at all the completions here. And there's an incomplete right here. And that's going to be third down now. And boy, the boo's raining down here at Rich Stadium. All right, so we're going to go pass. Okay, I'm going to override that and just go pass. 23. It's going to be James Lofton. So we have a 13 again against the C. So that's going to be a 10. And that's incomplete. 3 and out for the Bills. And that's going to bring up a punting situation. All righty, so coming in the punt is Chris Moore. And on the punt, it's going to be the average plus 1. So his average is 42. So that'd be 43. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 43. So that's going to be punted away. So Buffalo will punt. 50 is going to get the punt return. It's going to be Corey Harris. It's not a fair catch. His average is 1. And he will gain 3. So 1, 2, 3. And so Houston will take over now, 1st and 10, with 9 minutes to play in the third quarter at their own 38-yard line. All righty. So we'll just play normal for now. We'll go the slow offense shortly. Oh, but 48. They're going to go long pass. They're not sitting back. They're going long pass. 23. We're looking for Ernest Givens. He's a 4 plus 5 is a 9. It stays a 9. And, we got a pressure here with a possible fumble. All right, so the pressure's on. So he's looking for Givens, we said, for the long pass. So the pressure's on. The pressure is 21 to 36. And no, he escapes the pressure. There's no sack. The scramble is 1 to 19. Yes. So Warren Moon will scramble. And his average is 4. And penalty on the play. And he'll gain 4 yards. So 4 yards and a flag. So Moon was looking deep. He's forced out of the pocket. He runs for 4 yards. Let's check the flag. 12 to 38. It's on the offense. And it is on the offense. So on a pass play, it is 5 yards. So we're going to back him up 5. This is what we're going to do. We'll mark off the play, and it'll be 1st and 15. And that's about how deep it gets when you're playing this game. You see, that was pretty deep, but that's about as deep as it gets. All right, so we have a 10. So they're gonna run it this time. 48 on the run. Wow, it's gonna be a Gary Brown, downtown Gary Brown, average of 4. That'll stay 4. We got a penalty, and he'll gain 7. Let's check the flag here. 12 to 38, and that's gonna be on the offense, and they're gonna back him up 10 yards this time. Wow. So that'll be 1st and 40. What is that? 35? Oh, boy. So 1st and forever here. They're going to keep it on the ground, though, with a 14. 49. Gary Brown again getting a lot of carries here. Average of 4. Be an average of 3, and he'll gain 3. 1, 2, 3. So at least there's no more flags. That was crazy. All righty. So another run. Lorenzo White, average of 3. Average of 3. 3 minus 3 is nothing. They stuff him at the line. So a little more conservative here for Houston with all those penalties. And with a 12 here, they're going to go short pass on this one. For 18, they're going to look for Curtis Duncan. So we have a 15 total. E stays 15. Oh, we got another rush coming here. We got another rush. Oh, I think I forgot to check for a fumble on that last rush. Because I think the F if you sack or scramble. So I think I did forget to check for a fumble. We got the pass rush coming in. So 21 to 36. Yes, they're going to sack him. Wow. 13 yards. Wow, 5'10". Way back. I'm not even going to try to calculate what the 4th down's going to be. So Houston they start at their own 38, and they're all the way back to the 12-yard line. That's kind of how that drive went. So what's that, minus 26 on that drive? And it's funny because they've been walking all over the Bills, 27-0, and now you guys start watching them, and you give them the curse. You gave them the hex. All right, in the kick is Greg Montgomery. And his punt is average plus 3, so that'll be 50 yards on the kick. Good kick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Stop. Remember that commercial? And receiving the punt is going to be Kenneth Davis, average of 17. And, we got some craziness here. We have the RX. And so we have a return of 15. So 5 to, puts it right there, actually. All right, so then the RX, it's going to be a penalty on the receiving team where the punt was received. So let's see, 5, 10, 15. So we got to back it up here. And what is the penalty on that right there? There's a I think there's a penalty chart for that I got to look at. Hang on 1 second here. Oh, no, I have to, I have to flip over here is what I have to do. Yeah, I have to flip on the PX, the punt return. Where am I looking here? Of course, of course, I have to get all this stuff here, right? As soon as I turn on, I didn't get any of this last night. I just want to make sure that I'm looking at the right thing. So on a punt RX, okay, RX penalty, and offense 10. Okay, so we're gonna back them up here. I'm gonna say they gained 5, then we get the hold. So I don't think it took place exactly where he caught it. So that's what it's going to be. So 1st and 10 Buffalo. Yeah, because what happens here is you got your returns. Here's your return penalty. There's your interception penalty. You got your interception return penalty. You got your that's a I forget what this is here, but it's another kind of penalty here you're checking out. So all these kind of X things, the X factor is what you got. So Houston has to punt, and Buffalo has it on the 33-yard line. All right, so let's see what Buffalo's going to do here. Yeah, the return penalties, Keith, is kind of crazy. It really is. And I have notes all over the place to look at this stuff here. And I like I said, I haven't played it in a while, and I go pretty well. And then I hit some of those PX ratings. It's like, oh, what do I do? And but it's all on the cards here. It really is. All right, so Buffalo is going to get it now. Let's take some time off for that punt, and it's going to less than 7 minutes to go here. And it's a 1st down, and we're going to continue with the. Let's go to the 4th column this time, okay? So we're going to go short pass. We're going to call them 4. Short pass. 13. So that's going to be Thurman Thomas on the short pass. So we have a 13 total. B is -2, so it's going to be an 11. That'll be complete. Thurman Thomas, average of 10. And he will gain 10 minus 7 is 3, plus the yards per catch is -1. So that's 2, just a 2-yard catch. So he swings out of the backfield for a 2-yard catch. Yeah, positive yards, I guess. So it's going to be 2nd and 8. Again, column 4, a 15. They're going to run it. They're going to run it. And a 40 on the run is going to be Kenneth Davis, average of 3. A D is no change. Flag on the play, and he's going to gain 2 yards. There's going to be a flag. So a 2-yard gain and a flag on the run. So the penalty is 14-38. And, yep, that's going to be on the offense. And on a run, it's going to be 10 yards. So they'll back them up 10 yards on the hold, and it'll stay 2nd down. We'll see how fast it kind of plays 6 minutes ago. Again, you're going to get the stray crazy thing that I had once in a while. 33. So it's going to be a short pass to 26. It's going to be James Lofton. So we have a 13. -3 is a 10. Complete to James Lofton. He's an average of 15. Possible breakaway for James Lofton. Breakaway of 1-43. No, the 47. No. So it's going to be average so 15 -2 is 13. No, that's still pretty good. 13, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And yeah, I think I did that correctly. And yep, that's a lot of times if you don't get the breakaway, just flip another card. Okay, so we have a 3rd and 5, and a 24. It's going to be a short pass to 39, and that's going to be Pete Metzelaars. So we have a 12. -1 is 11. Complete to Metzelaars. Average of 8. 8 -1 is 7. That's a 1st down. 5, 6, 7. And that's a rare 1st down for the Bills, and they get a little mock cheer here at Rich Stadium. Kelly under center now, trying to drive him down and get on the board. A 34. We're going to go short pass to 14. Thurman Thomas. So we have a 13 -5. Oh, man, they're waiting for this. 13 -5 is 8. And Thomas will catch it, though, coming out of the backfield. And it's going to be average +3. So it'll be 13 yards, another 1st down. So they were waiting for him, but Thomas with that catch. And the drive will move on. They move the sticks. So start at their 33, so they're in good territory now. So this will be a run. And a 15, so that'll be Thurman Thomas on a run, average of 4. That'll stay 4. Flag, 5 yards. Let's check the flag. So we have 14 and 38, and that'll be on the offense. And 15 yards. Wowzers. Personal foul. 5, 10, 15. So that'll back them up quite a bit. Wow, that's a tough play there. Somebody lost their cool. I almost lost my cool. They're going to go run. Thurman Thomas, average of 4. -2 is 2. -2 is no gain. No gain, McLean. Oh, boy. So now we have a second in forever. So we're going to go short pass. 49 on the short pass, huh? John Fina. Never heard of John Fina, but he's in the game. Oh, no, wait a sec. No, Robert Awalt. Robert Awalt is going to get it. Robert Awalt. And so we have an 11. Stays 11. That's complete to Robert Awalt. Average of 5. And he'll gain 3. 1, 2, 3. Not what we wanted, but that's what we get. So we have a third and forever now. So both teams going terrible. Since I turned on the camera, you guys have jinxed these teams. Let me tell you. All right, so we're going to go. Wow, it says run, huh? All right. Thurman Thomas will get the carry. He's a 4. -2 is a 2. And he's going to lose a yard. So the Bills, all that work, will now have to punt this one away. All righty. Now, for punting, there is an end zone punt. I wonder where I got to be for that, for the punting. 2.7 on page 7. There we go. It does have like a coffin corner here. How close do you have to be? Punt options, rush the kicker, end zone kick. When it's between the offense's 35 and the defensive 45, you may try to kick the ball inside the 20. So, wow, that's pretty generous. The offensive 35-yard line. All righty, so we'll try that. We'll try the easy punt rating. All righty, so his easy punt rating is E. And easy punt, 6. He's going to kick it to the 6, but this is going to get a return on the play. So good punt, a decent punt all the way down to the 6. Returning this is Pat Coleman, average of 20. And, it's going to be his longest return, 28 yards. So, wow, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 28. So a good punt. That was some good crispy duck, but an even better return by the Oilers. And they will have it now in decent shape. So Buffalo with a punt. Boy, team's going backwards here, right? So we have a 34. So we have just over 2 minutes to go here in the half. This is 92, Gary, 1992 I'm playing. And they just released 2000 and 2001 today. And Mike sent me a message that says, Mike, it's funny. I'm at the half between a couple of teams in Solitaire Pro. I says, I'm going to stream the other half here today. So I'm going to go first column now. So Houston, here we go. We have a 13, so that will be a run. 36 is going to be Lorenzo White, average of 3. Stays average of 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. So Lorenzo White goes around the end. We'll pick up 5. The clock will continue to run here in the third quarter. As 007 comes by, just playing some fun. I'm in a football mood. Can you tell? Can you tell that it's football season? I'm in a football mood. This is actually one of my favorite nights of the year. The next 7 or 8 weeks or so. When the football season starts, what I love is when I got to go score keep at the rink tonight on Monday nights. I just kind of score keep. So I have my headphones in, and I like to listen to satellite radio, and I go between the sports talk, which is all football talk about recapping the games and then the game on a Monday Night Football. So I'll bounce back and forth tonight. It's pretty relaxing, I got to say. And that's why I don't mind doing the job sometimes when I score a keep, because I can just listen to the game. And it's just so fun, so relaxing. So yay me. All right, so we have a 2nd down and 5. And it's going to be another run. Lorenzo White, average of 3. That'll stay average of 3. And 3 plus 4 is 7. He will bust forward. He'll pick up the first down. Up to the 47-yard line. Clock will continue to run here in the 3rd quarter. And you can see how fast it plays. I'll try to do a couple of plays kind of quick to see what happens here. All right. Run. Oh, Warren Moon. 4. Flag. He gains 5. And that's going to be on the defense. And it's going to be 15 yards on the defense. So 5, 10, 15. We'll take the 15 yards. And I think we have to add on the 5 yards that he gained. And that's going to be a first down. With a minute to go here. So a 15-yard penalty for the defense. That's going to be a short pass to Ernest Givens. So we have 15. And 15 is complete to Ernest Givens, average of 11. And that'll be 10. That'll be a first down. Wow. So here we go. Houston marching it down the field. So we got one more play to go here in the 3rd quarter. And you can see how, this game plays a lot faster than some of the other games that I play. Not that speed is an issue, but in case you're wondering. So we have a run. Lorenzo White, average of 1. He'll gain 3. And that'll do it here in the 3rd quarter. So we go to the 4th quarter. And Houston marching here. And the score is 27 to absolutely nothing. And this game is really fun. If you've played 49 Quick Text Football, these are very similar games. Very similar games. Grant's game's got a lot more options and a lot more things happening, but it's the same kind of feel to it. Get to play, flip the cards, follow along type of thing. All right, so we're going to do, so what do we have? Oh, it's a 2nd down, right? 2nd down, that's going to be, actually it's going to be a short pass. Looking for Leonard Harris. We have a 13, stays 13. Oh, we got the rush. So we have a 21 to 36. No, he avoids the rush. Is he going to scramble? Yes. And Warren Moon, another penalty. And, oh boy, so he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage. Possible fumble on the play. No fumble, but we do have a flag. And a penalty, 12 to 38. So, yes, it's on the offense. And a run is going to be holding for 10 yards. So they're going to back him up 10 yards. So Moon scrambling, hit the line of scrimmage. Ball did not come free. But they lose 10 yards on the hold. So we got a 2nd and forever. So they're going to go short pass. Spencer Tillman. Wow, number 50. Spencer Tillman in the game. So he's a 0 rating. So we have 11 minus 1 is a 10. Complete to Spencer Tillman. He's an average of 1. It's going to be hit for a 1-yard loss. He's going to make the catch and lose a yard. Yeah, well, what can you do? I think we're actually out of field goal range. Oh, boy. Long pass. Long pass to Curtis Duncan. We have a 9. We have an 8. Complete to Curtis Duncan. Okay, so on a long pass, check for receiver's longest gain first. So Curtis Duncan, 1 to 49. Oh, no, his longest gain on a 6, right? So a 6 is 1 to 5. No, it's not his longest gain. So it's going to be his average plus 26, which is pretty darn good anyway. His long was 72. So he's got 30. That's a touchdown. So he will find Curtis Duncan on the long pass connection, and Duncan makes the catch. Duncan pass of 32 yards. And wow, it's 33 to absolutely nothing. So let's mark off the time. Oh boy. All right. Oh boy. 25. 25s and 26s. That's where it can be no good. So on this, I need to check PKX. Offense 10 yards. So we have a peak place kick. Yes, it's going to be offside on the offense. We gotta back up and try the extra point now from the next set. So we have 1 to 45, and that is good. So the extra point is good. So the flag didn't really cost us too much. Again, there's a couple little things I keep having to look up because there's a couple things that just don't flow as easy as the rest of the game, but nothing's hard. It's just got to make sure that I look it up and get it right. All right, so 33 to absolutely nothing here. I was not expecting this today. All right, is it time for the Buffalo comeback? Right? All right, so Houston will kick off. 1 yard deep into the end zone. Oh, screw it. We'll bring it out. Nothing to lose, right? Oh, of course, this guy's going to return it. Brad Lamb averages 17. And, it's going to be his longest. 31 yards. So he's going to bring it out to the 30. So not a bad return. A terrific return, actually, for Brad Lamb. And that's where Buffalo will take over on the 30-yard line. So Buffalo will take over on the 30-yard line, trailing 33 to nothing. So we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We're going to use our 2-minute drill offense because we need to get things happening here. Alrighty, so it's going to be a pass, and we're going to be looking for Pete Metzelaars. We have a 12 on our pass total. Again, it's the quarterback plus the receiver rating, so we have a 12 against the defense. That'll stay 12, and possible interception. And we said the interception was 1 to 26, and that is intercepted. So Metzelaars, it's only a 2-yard catch, and that's where it's intercepted. Intercepted by Steve Jackson on the interception. And we need to check the interception return of 10. I'm sorry, average plus 1, so he's a 0, so it's just a 1-yard game. So intercepted, Buffalo's picked off, and this game is getting out of hand. So Houston with the ball here on the Buffalo 31-yard line. Another short field to work with. Yikes. All right, so you know what I'm going to do here? I'm going to put this deck away because this deck is like cursed. And what we're going to do is going to bring in another deck. Again, I got a couple of different decks. This is actually a half a deck right here. So I'll run through it and then I'll just mix it up with one of the other ones. So I have 4 piles of these is what I use. All right, so let's go to the bottom number this time, right? Bottom number. 33-0 Houston. And we're going to go the slow down offense here. We're going to go slow down. So a 2 is going to be a run. Lorenzo White, average of 3. Minus 2 is a 1. He will gain 1 yard to the 30. Second down. And we're going to take 3 off the clock now because they're going to be milking it. All right, so 8. It's another run. Lorenzo White again, average of 3. Stays an average of 3. And he'll gain 2. So we got a third down now. And so we need to get 40, 49 or 50 for a pass. So let's just, we'll just keep it on the ground. Yeah, we'll keep it on the ground. So let's get this out of the way. And it's going to be Lorenzo White again. So we're going to go average of 3. -2 is a 1. Oh, he'll pick up 6 now. Okay, here's the deal. So he's 1 yard short. How this game works is actually a roll for this or a flip for this. So if you're 1 yard short on a run, I flip for this. So they'll measure for the first down. So it's between 13 and 26. He will get the first down. 13 and 26. No, they say no on that. So there'll be no first down. Allen says, go Bills. Well, it's not looking too good, Allen. It's 33 to absolutely nothing. So they don't get the first down. So that's going to bring up a 4th down. And so our field goal now. So if we're on the 22 and 17, what's that? 39. So we're going to try a 39-yard field goal. Looking at the 5th number, 1 to 40. And that kick is good. So a 39-yard field goal. And that's going to make it 36 to absolutely nothing. Oh, of course I got to drop some things over here, right? Here we go. Just don't have enough space in Studio A, Studio B. So they tack on a field goal, and Allen comes by just in time to see the beating. And so now Houston will kick off from the 35. And it's going to be out of the end zone, so they'll take it at the 20, and no time will come off the clock on that. I will take the time off for the field goal attempt. All right, so Buffalo's going to be throwing the entire time. We know that. So Buffalo's going to start at the 20. They're going to be throwing. And we're going to bring in Frank Reich. All right, Frank Reich is going to come in here down 36-0. And so we're going to be going, I'm going to go pass. And he's going to be looking for Thurman Thomas. So we have a 3 and an 8. That's an 11. -2 is a 9. Oh, boy, here comes the rush. Possible fumble. Here comes the rush. So a 21 to 43. Nope, he escapes it. Is he going to scramble? Yes, he's going to scramble. So Frank Reich, average of 1 and a flag. So we got them all here. We got a possible fumble and a flag. And he's going to go for 3 yards. Does he fumble it? Fumble is 1 to 24. He fumbles the ball, but they get it back. So he goes 3 yards, and we get a flag. So there's a lot happening on that. And the flag is going to be on the offense. So after all that, it's going to be 5 yards. So we ran, no fumble, scrambled, all kinds of things happening. And it's going to end up being 1st and 15. How about that? All righty. So it's going to be short pass to Don Beebe. Don Beebe, who is a 2. So we have a 2. We have a 10. -1 is a 9. Possible penalty here, or it is a penalty. And 9, so we get 2 penalties coming up here. So we're just gonna wash them out. I'm not even gonna worry about it. We're just gonna wash out the penalties. That's not how to do it, but at 36 to nothing, I don't feel like looking through 3 penalties right now. All righty, short pass. So we're gonna take one tick off of that. 18. Thomas again. Sometimes you just gotta common sense just to save myself a couple of minutes of rolling for penalties that just don't matter at this point. We have an 11. Stays 11. Incomplete. So after all that, it's going to be 2nd and 15. Wow, 36-0. Short pass. Andre Reed. We have a 12. 12. Complete to Andre Reed. Average of 13. That's going to be 19 yards. And a first down, 5, 10, 15, 19 yards to Andre Reed. And with 9 minutes to play, Frank Reich, who's in the game now, will continue the drive. Short pass. 10, Reed. 12 again. Oh, -5 is a 7. Complete to Reed, though. 13. 4 yards. Possible fumble. So he gains 4. Possible fumble. No. That'll be a second down. Another short pass. Reed again. And we said that was a 12. -3 is a 9. Possible interception. 1, 2, and I'm looking at row 5. 1 to 26. Yep, that's going to be intercepted. So we need to go 11 yards. 5, 10, 11 yards. Intercepted. Interception was by Jerry Gray. And he's going to return it 1 yard. So another interception here by Houston. And it's just been a disaster of a day for the Bills. All right, we're going to go back to reading the top number now just to kind of keep it simple here. I think I was reading a combination of the two. All righty, so we're going to go to slow down offense. So I got to get a 49 or a 50. Nope, that's going to be a run. Lorenzo White. Average +1. That's going to be 4. 9 yards. And it's not third down, so we don't measure. But he gains 9 yards, and the clock will continue to tick. So I'm going to go the first one. So that'll be another run. Lorenzo White, average of 3. And he'll gain 8 this time. And now it goes to the, so it's going to be, where did they take that over? Like at the Buffalo 40 or something like that? This is nuts. And so it's going to be, they're going to try a pass this time. I don't know why, but they're going to try to pass. Looking for Leonard Harris. So we have 13. -2 is an 11. Here comes the rush. So it's going to be 21 to 36. Oh, they're going to get him for a 4-yard sack. And was that a, no, I don't think there was a possible fumble on that. All right, so they get him for a sack. So it's going to be 3rd down and long. I'm going to run it. Lorenzo White, average of 3, 5. Oh, they killed off some of the clock, so it's 4th down. Ball at the 30. It's going to be a 47-yard kick. He's got a 50-50 chance. Yeah, we're gonna kick it from 47. Al Del Greco from 47 on the top number. Need a 1 to 22, and I just missed it. So he misses it, and Buffalo will get it. So field goal is no good from 47. And Buffalo will take over on their 30-yard line, down by 1 million. 1 million. Short pass. Looking for James Lofton. So we have an 11. -1 is 10. Incomplete. So we want to thank our viewing audience, and for all those in the Pittsburgh area, we'll be sending you to the Pittsburgh-New Orleans game. I want to thank our executive producer. Short pass. Kenneth Davis. Oh, we got a -5. So we have a 4. Oh, complete, though, to Kenneth Davis. He's got an average of 4, and he's hit right at the line, no gain. 3rd down and 10 for the Bills as we try to run out the clock here. Let's go long pass, and we're going to look for Thurman Thomas. So we have a 5, and that's going to be incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and 4th and 10. And sure, we'll just go for it. Short pass. Andre Reed. We have a 12. -3 is a 9. complete to Andre Reed. And 20 yards. 5, 10, 15, 20. That'd be a first down for Buffalo with 3 minutes to play at the 50-yard line. Can they get in? Can Frank Reich lead him down? We're going to go short pass. Another pass for Andre Reed. So it's going to be 12. Uh-oh, here comes the pass rush. Possible fumble. Pass rush is 21 to 43. Nope. He gets away. Is he going to scramble? Nope. He's going to get the pass away. Andre Reed, which was 4, 8 is 12, is complete. Frank Wright avoiding the rush. Complete to Andre Reed for 13 yards. 5, 10, 13. Not too shabby by Frank Reich. Okay. Short pass again. Metzelaars. So we have a 10. We have an 8. Complete to Metzelaars. Average of 8. He'll gain 3. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So we're at the 2-minute warning in Buffalo. We got a nail biter here. It is the Bills trailing the Oilers 36. Absolutely nothing. As we kind of wrap up the last couple minutes here, and then I got to go and start thinking about getting ready for work. Actually, I don't have to go to work right away, but this went a lot faster than I thought. I can play a game a little bit over an hour if I'm not talking to guys and just kind of explaining it all. I can rip through a game in about an hour 15. All righty, here we go. Short pass. 46. Keith McKellar. We have a 9. We have a 5. Incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down. As Fenner comes by, we're going to go short pass again. Don Beebe. We have a 10. -4 is a 6. Complete to Don Beebe. Average of 15. He'll gain 11. So that'll be a first down. They're going to hurry to the line of scrimmage. We've got a minute to play. They would like to cash in at least with something here. Short pass. Kenneth Davis. Against A is -1. So we have 11 and incomplete. So it's going to bring up a 4th down. And this will be the last play of the game. Unless we make a completion, then I'll call a timeout, you know. Let's see here. We'll go short pass. James Lofton. We have an 11. -4 is a 7. Complete to James Lofton. 14 yards. We'll call a timeout. 5, 10. So we got it to the 9. So it's going to be 1st and goal at the 9. And we'll give them one more play. See if they can get in. All right. Can Frank Reich get him in the end zone here? It is 36-0. This is the last play of the game. It's going to be a short pass. All righty. And we're going to look for Thurman Thomas. So we have an 11 against B. We have a 9. Complete to Thurman Thomas. Average of 10. And he gets 5. He gets to the 4. And that's where they stuff him. And that will be that. So the final score here in Buffalo, it is the Oilers completely dominating the Buffalo Bills 36 to absolutely nothing. And again, that is Solitaire Pro Football. And this is just kind of a slow play the second half. And I can play this pretty quick when I'm by myself. Juckett even plays this when I likes it. Ton of seasons. Really, really inexpensive game to play. It is PDF only. It is super fun. Somewhat easy. Sometimes you get a couple of crazy things when you got to check for pressure and penalties as it goes. But for the most part, this is a really, really fun game, you know. And Mike in the truck just bought this game today. Yeah, this is fun. Yep. And now people are posting about it, and Dave is playing it. Yeah, they just released 2000 and 2001. I got an email from Mike today, the creator, Mike Feely. He goes, I just released 2000 and 2001, so I want to get that out there. And ironically, I was playing this last night. This is the 92 Bills and the 92 Oilers. Kind of a little bit of that the miracle in Buffalo, whatever you call that one there. I don't know, the greatest comeback ever. But Buffalo didn't come back in this one, 36-0, and that's where it went. They got stuffed at the 4-yard line. They were so close to getting on the board. But so that is Solitaire Pro Football. Fairly easy. Everything's spelled out. So if you get a crazy, I call them a crazy result, because if it's not a standard result, if you get penalties or interceptions or pass rushes, it's all spelled out in the rules. And I printed out a couple of charts here to help me with some of the things here. But it was fun. This game is fun. It's fun. It's funner than you think. You think it's an older game, and you just have one run, short pass, long pass, and you think, oh man, what can go on with that? But it turns into a pretty good game. It really does. And so anyway, so that is that. I'm Dave. Hope you enjoyed this one. I'm going to be probably cleaning up here and thinking about what I'll be playing next. I do have to go to the rink tonight, so I don't know if I'll see you late night or not. I do have to edit the podcast. That's what I need to do. We did a live show last night, but I still want to get up the audio version on the Spreaker as well. So we will talk to you all later. Thanks for coming by. And again, solitaireprofootball.com. Pick that up, and the new 2000 and 2001 seasons are now available. We'll talk to you all later. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.